profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at the pound USD, the pound USD. Just want to make you aware of the economic calendar that this week we have core CPI and core PPI for the US dollar on Wednesday and Thursday. Those will probably be some good market movers. All right. Yes, the Aussie dollar on Tuesday has the interest rate decision to make, and the pound, which we are looking at today, has GDP information going on news on Thursday. But the market mover is going to be core CPI because this is US dollar, and we just had this is on the back of NFP that just weak numbers, a soft employment data and soft employment data report, and that weakened the US dollar. And I think it's just for the near term, as you'll see in my forecast. But the Aussie dollar, that's going to move that market. So you want to be careful trading Aussie dollar before the news. Wait till after news. That's the best time to trade when you have high impact news like interest rate decisions to make. Okay. Now, that is my recommendation. All right. Now, we're looking at the weekly time frame on the Euro USD, and I didn't mean it to be the Euro USD. I want to see the pound USD. What the heck is wrong with me? All right, here we are. The weekly time frame. All right. Now, what I want you to see here is not that sign just yet, but the pound is bearish, as you can see. Made a big low here during 1984, right? Big low. And then we pushed up, and then we kind of ranged to the side, and then we started this downward trend. All right. This downward trend started December 2007. All right. Call it 2008. You know what went on. And then we come to June of 2014, and that was a big aggressive move to the downside, breaking this these lows here, an important low, all right, a protected low here, which made this high, all right. And once we do that, we have a new protected low here, a new protected lower high here. This becomes bearish. Excuse me. Something got in my throat. Anyway, we make a lower high here, another lower low, another lower high, another lower low. This becomes the new protected lower high, and then we have this move up, right? This pullback. We're still below this protected high. So we are bearish. Once the market breaks structures, trades below former lows, previous lows, uh, this is where you can just say the bears are in control, despite the fact that we have this pullback. This is a healthy pullback in a downtrend, a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. All right. This is the potential lower high for the next lower low. Could it go up this way? It certainly could, but we are trending. Sorry, we are. Stop. Wait, what is going on here? My button stuck. All right, we are trending. Wow, I don't understand what's happening. We are trending lower. That's my point. I really don't know what's going on there. Okay. Anyway, so I'm looking for this high inside of this descending channel here to mark the resistance point that the market will find and start heading further down, because I want to trade with the trend, and the trend is bearish. All right. Now, if we key in on this on this time frame, what we can see is that last week closed as a doji candle. All right. And you can see there is a trend line heading downward even here. All right. That there's a these lows are getting lower. All right. And we had the market sweep a low here. Right. So I am definitely even though this market is moving sideways, and all we did was sweep on the weekly time frame, we swept the high here to taking out the buy side liquidity. All right. Uh, does this mean that this low was protected? Yeah, it technically, yeah, because we took this high, we swept the high, but we didn't trade above it. So I'm not looking at this as a strong protected high. Yes, it did lead to a new higher high. All right, that would technically it would be a protected high in that way, but it is only technically. All right, if it would have closed above here, this is where I would declare that the market is being controlled by the buyers. All right, buyers are in control here. This doesn't say buyers are in control. This this says the market has business to take care of down lower. It just took a sweep of the buy side liquidity. So we head down. When it breaks this low, you start to say, oh, do we have a change of character? The market pulls back up, keeps this low intact. I mean, keeps that high intact, and then comes down and takes this low. So we got a lower low, lower high, lower low. All right. Did we trade through that low? No, it's not very convincing. We can come up and take this high, keep below this low, and it would still be a I would still think the Bears are in control. However, we are moving sideways. I wonder why my page keeps sticking like that. Anyways, uh, we are moving sideways, and I'm looking for something more definitive. A close below the low. A close below this low would, like I have here, would constitute a break of structure to the downside. And that would mean bears are confirmed in control. All right. Right now, we are in the middle of this trading range. We're in the middle. This is not a great place to be trading from. However, if I'm looking for something, we have a high here, a high here, a high here, high here. This is trending down. This swept that low. All right. This low swept that low. So are we trending down? Yeah, technically, right? Because these aren't convincing breaks. All right, so I'm tending to look for look for lower prices. Okay, even with this close, un- until I see a break lower, this high is not a protected high. I'm looking for the market broke this high the previous week. All right, I want you to see this because this is how in the what do you call it? The weeds we have to go. This is a high that was taken, was swept, and then the market closed below that high, back in the range of this candle. What does that mean? That's a bearish indication, and it's happening at a trend line, a downward trend line. So I'm definitely watching this candle here for a 3 candle closure. Will the market close below that low? I don't know. We're going to find out. Are we going to head low from here? We'll find out. The market could come up, sweep this high, and then head down. There's buy side liquidity under here. There's a rejection block right here. That's why it rejected in the first place. All right. So there's some things that I'm going to watch out. You just can't jump in just because it's Monday and you got to get a trade up. You got to see what the market's giving you. This isn't clear because we're in the middle of a consolidation. We're in the middle of a sideways market. All right. So we got to be careful. Let's look at the daily. All right. What we can see on the daily is that, yes, the market did not close below this low. It just swept that low. And then it goes back up, sweeps this high, sweeps this high, sweeps this high. We got some buy side liquidity. Is it going to go up higher here? It could. We come up here and take out this high. That'll put us right in this area. So could we go up here and sweep and then come back down? Yeah, we could. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until the market does that. If the market closes below on the daily basis, closes below this bearish fair value gap here. I mean, bullish fair value gap here. Sorry. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. All right. Bullish fair value gap here. The market does one of these numbers. Boom, 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 and closes. I'd be waiting for the market to pull back up, get in here, and then ride it down. But I need it to be definitive. And this would be definitive. A bullish fair value gap being closed below, being disrespected. Yeah, I'll be waiting for the pullback and then down, especially if it doesn't go any higher than this, because this would be a failed swing, a swing failure to go higher. So if this low can't break this high, it fails to do what it was created for. Lows are only made or only formed to break highs. Highs are only formed to break lows. This has to do its job. If it doesn't break this high, that means it becomes a candidate or a target for liquidity, just like this one. You understand? This one failed because it didn't make a new high. It didn't break the high that created it. So that means I'm definitely leaning towards that being swept or traded below. Are we going to get a swing fail here? I don't know. We may come up here to take this buy side liquidity and then come down. I don't know. We are at a trend line. I do like that. We're at a trend line. So if the market turns around here, this will be and breaks this fair value gap. This will be a strong indication to look for shorts, look for a sell model on the lower time frames on the 1 hour. That's what I'd be looking for. All right. I hope that was clear and explained well. What did I write here? The market is trading in the middle of a range, highs and lows, a range of range highs and lows since January. Let the US dollar break out. Let the US dollar break out and form us. Yeah. If we just take a peek, what I'm talking about is the US dollar here. All right. This is the daily. If the market, because it's in premium prices and not discount prices, all right, I want to take my shorts from up here, but the break of structure is here. See, this tells us when the market zoomed up from this low that this is the protected low. This becomes the protected low, all right, because it made a new high. And it also tells us that the buyers are in control. A healthy pullback is good as long as this low remains protected. All right, the market could draw back below these lows that I just marked into the OTE levels. If the market does that and it gives us a buy model, we're going to town, period. All right, that means the US dollar resumes the bullish trend. That which would mean what for the pound? Prices would be going down. You see how it all works? I hope you do. Ask questions in the comment section. And do make sure you go and check out the 2 videos that I just put out. That's not the video I just put out. There you go. All right. Euro USD and the US dollar. I put out analysis for them. Go check them out, will you please? Get informed. And I will see you in the next video. May profits be upon you.